Don't fear, I'm here, not as a whisper in the wind, but as the roaring voice in your storm. I saw you break down last night when no one else was watching. I watched you tremble under the weight of silence, and I placed my hand over your chest to remind your heart that it's still beating for a reason. You think I left, but I never even blinked. While the world turned cold, I wrapped my arms around your soul. I'm not the God who watches from a distance. I'm the one who walks barefoot across your pain just to reach you. You cried, and I bottled every tear. Not one went unnoticed. Not one was wasted. Every prayer you whispered through your clenched teeth, I heard, I received. I marked it on the timeline of your miracle. I know you're tired, worn, and wondering when the night will end. But child, don't fear. I'm here, in your delay, in your confusion, in your failure. I am still writing your victory. Every setback you faced was not a punishment, but a pause for preparation. I'm building something behind the scenes that will leave even your enemies speechless. Remember who I am. I split seas for freedom. I bring water from rocks. I raise dead things to life, and yes, I can rebuild your brokenness into beauty. You feel unseen, but I've been counting the hairs on your head, the scars on your soul, the days you felt forgotten. But I say to you, don't fear, I'm here. When anxiety chokes your sleep and your mind becomes a war zone, I am the stillness in the middle of your storm. I walk into your darkness, not with condemnation, but with comfort. I'm not waiting for you to be perfect. I already love the mess you are, because I know what I'm turning you into. You don't need to climb your way to me. I already climbed down to meet you where you fell. I'm not angry with you. I'm aching for you, aching to see you free, at peace, whole again, and I won't leave until you are. The fire you're walking through won't burn you. It's refining you, and when you come out, you'll shine like gold, because I allowed the heat not to destroy you, but to develop you. People left, promises broke, but I never changed. I was, I am, and I will always be your constant, your shelter, your healer, your source, your God. I see you. Every late night overthinking, every morning you pretend to be okay, every fake smile, I see it all and I still choose you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're mine. And what's mine? I protect, I provide for, I fight for. So don't fear, I'm here, not for a moment but for eternity. You have cried, bled, begged for answers, and I say, this season is not the end. It's the opening scene to your comeback story. The pain you're carrying will produce a purpose so powerful it will heal others. I will use your wounds to water the dry ground of other souls. You're not disqualified by your mistakes. You're qualified by my mercy. I have seen your worst, and I'm still calling you worthy. Do not confuse delay with denial. I'm not denying your destiny. I'm deepening your character so it can carry what I'm about to pour. When you feel abandoned, remember the cross. That was me saying, I'll go through hell if it means being close to you. I never regretted choosing you, and I never will. So rise, even if your legs shake. Walk, even if your knees buckle. Breathe, even if your chest is heavy, because I'm right beside you, catching every piece that falls apart and putting them back together in a design more beautiful than before. Don't fear, I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. You were never alone in the valley, even when shadows screamed louder than hope. I walked every inch beside you. I was the whisper that said, keep going, when your lungs begged you to stop. I was the calm inside the chaos when the world spun too fast to stand still. I was there when betrayal kissed your cheek and trust shattered like thin glass. And even then, I held your face and said, you're still mine. You didn't lose me in the dark. You discovered me there. Because I don't just dwell in light, I dominate the darkness. I don't run from your brokenness. I run toward it, arms open, ready to rebuild what the world called ruined. You were never too messy, too far gone, too doubtful for me to reach. In fact, I specialize in redemption. I write stories that begin with scars and end with glory. I pick the overlooked, the outcast, the undone, and I crown them with purpose. So don't listen to the voices that say you're disqualified. I wrote your name in my plan before the world called you by your pain. The shame you carry was never meant to be worn like skin. Let me peel it off with mercy, layer by layer, until all that's left is freedom. The people who walked away made room for me to step in. The doors that slammed shut became divine redirections. The love you thought you lost was replaced with a love that can't be shaken. I know what you lost, but I also know what's coming. And what's coming will make you understand why you had to go through what you did. The tears you cried were not in vain. They watered the seeds of the very blessing you're about to walk into. I am not the God of maybe. I'm the God of promises, and I keep every single one. I do not tease your heart with false hope. When I say breakthrough, I mean breakthrough. When I say healing, I mean complete. No going back, no halfway restoration. I don't do partial miracles. I do complete turnarounds. I take ashes and give beauty. I take mourning and give dancing. I take weeping and give joy unspeakable. You thought your story was over, but child, it's just getting interesting. I'm not done until it's good. I'm not finished until it's flourishing. And I won't stop until your soul sings again, louder than your sorrow ever did. I see how hard you tried to keep it together while everything inside was falling apart. And I was there, holding your pieces, whispering courage into your weakness. I never left. Not once. Not when you doubted. Not when you gave up. Not when you lashed out in pain. I stayed. I stay. And I will stay. Because my love doesn't break under pressure. It holds. It heals. It anchors you through every storm. Even when you can't see me. I'm moving. Aligning things in your favor. Assigning angels to your side. Rerouting your life in ways that feel like loss, but are actually protection. If only you knew how many times I saved you from what you were praying for, because I had something better, higher, eternal. I am not punishing you with delay. I'm preparing you for overflow. Your name is being mentioned in places you haven't even walked into yet. Doors are opening that no man can shut. I am positioning you for acceleration, and even the years the locusts have eaten. I will restore, not just return, but multiply. I don't do addition. I do exponential blessings, so don't compare your process to someone else's highlight reel. I am writing your testimony in chapters of grace, not shortcuts. I am not a shortcut God. I am a God of deep roots, lasting fruit, and unshakable foundations. And you, my beloved, are planted, not buried. You are growing even when you feel stuck. You are stretching even when you feel still. The oil that comes from this crushing will anoint nations. The fire you're walking through will ignite revival. The burden you carry will break chains for others. Your yes to me in private will become victory in public. I am about to blow your mind, not because you earned it, but because I love you that much. I'm not blessing you because you performed well. I'm blessing you because you're my child, and that's enough. So rest, not in the absence of chaos, but in the presence of me. Let my presence become your oxygen. Let my word become your weapon. Let my promises become your posture. Because I'm not a distant deity. I'm a near, breathing, burning, all-consuming fire of a Father, and I will not fail you. You've walked through storms that tried to silence you, but your survival was not by accident. It was divine proof that I have plans for you. No one can cancel. The very breath in your lungs right now is permission to believe again. I am not finished writing your story, and the next chapter is called Breakthrough. You may not feel ready, but I am. You may not feel strong, but I am your strength. And when you feel disqualified, remember, I already qualified you with my blood, with my love, with my name spoken over your life. I don't make mistakes, and I didn't start with you. Every flaw you see in the mirror is already wrapped in grace. Every wound they caused is already marked for healing. Every no you heard was making room for my yes, so don't fear the silence. It's where I speak the loudest. Don't fear the waiting. It's where I do the deepest work. And don't fear the ending, because every ending in me is a divine beginning. The valley you're in is not the finish line. It's the classroom of kings and queens. You are being equipped in pain so you can lead in power. Your story will not be about how strong you were, but about how strong I was for you, in you, through you. So stop rehearsing your regrets and start declaring my redemption. I'm not asking you to figure it out. I'm asking you to trust that I already have the connections you lost, the opportunities that slipped away, the seasons that broke you. They were all necessary chapters in the novel of your transformation. I was writing endurance in your bones, wisdom in your steps, and a new fire in your voice. I am making you dangerous to darkness, unstoppable in faith, and relentless in love. The depression that tried to drown you will now bow to the joy I am unleashing. The anxiety that stole your breath will now be silenced by peace that passes understanding. I'm exchanging your torment for triumph, your weakness for warrior strength, and your fear for unshakable faith. What was meant to destroy you will now define your purpose. The devil didn't take you out, because he couldn't, because I put my hand on you and said, not this one is mine. And I will finish what I started. Not one promise will return void. Not one tear will go unpaid. Not one step of your journey is wasted. I am about to make sense of the chaos, beauty of the ashes, and miracles out of the mess. So don't shrink back when you feel pressure. That pressure is your launching pad. I'm about to propel you into places that eyes haven't seen, into favor that others can't explain, into blessings that break generational curses. You are the curse breaker, the line changer, the chosen one to flip the script for your family, for your future, for generations you'll never meet. And it all starts with surrender, not striving. So lay it all down again. The pain, the questions, the weariness, the fear. Lay it at my feet and watch what I do. I'm not intimidated by your doubts. I'm not offended by your questions. I'm not disappointed in your delays. I'm the God who sits with you in silence and still calls you forward. I'm the fire that doesn't burn out, the river that never dries, the promise that always holds. And I call you beloved, worthy, redeemed, free, whole, restored, crowned, chosen, and mine. So when the enemy tries to remind you of your failures, remind him of the cross. When he points to your scars, point to my resurrection. When he accuses, let me defend you. I am your advocate, your atonement, your assurance, and I never lose a case. You are not too far, not too broken, not too late. You are right on time, exactly where grace wanted you. And now is the season where it all begins to align, not by your might, not by a hustle, but by my spirit. Watch how I turn your desert into a garden, your mourning into morning, your loss into legacy, and your battle into a banner of victory. I am not asking you to perform, just to stay close, not to impress, just to surrender. And I will carry you where your legs give out. I will speak for you when your voice shakes. I will fight for you when your hands are weak. And I will pour out blessing upon blessing until your cup overflows and spills onto everyone around you. They will look at your life and see my fingerprints, my favor, my fire. They will ask how, and you will say, God, only God, always God. So lift your head, square your shoulders, breathe deep and walk forward. Not because the path is easy, but because the promise is certain. Not because you've got it all figured out, but because I've already gone before you, made a way, paved a road, opened a gate, and written victory into your destiny. Don't fear, I'm here. I always have been, and I always will be. Now watch what I do next. Stand up even when your legs tremble, because I commanded you to rise. Silence the lies in your head, because I already called you worthy. Wipe your tears because I promised beauty for ashes. Walk into the storm because I have already calmed the waves ahead. Speak even when your voice shakes because I put fire in your mouth. Forgive even when your heart resists because I forgave you first. Believe again, because I am not the God of failure. I am the author of fulfillment. Take that first step because the ground under you is held together by my word. Stop waiting for permission from people when I already gave you purpose from heaven. Stop apologizing for surviving when I kept you breathing through every unseen battle. Take back your peace because I never gave the enemy the right to steal it. Step out of shame because I already buried it in grace. Stop rehearsing the worst when I've written the best is yet to come. Choose faith over fear, because I didn't give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. Do not look backward. What's behind you has no power over what I'm building ahead. Stop watering dead things. I have new seeds ready to grow in places you've never seen. Remove your mask. I see you fully and love you entirely. Return to me not as a perfect person, but as a present heart. Pick up the dream again because I never cancelled it. I was cultivating you for it. Sing again even if your voice cracks, because worship still shakes walls. Believe bigger, because I am not limited by what limits you. Pray boldly, because I still split seas for my children. Break the chains, because I gave you the key called truth. Open your mouth and prophesy life where the world declared death. Walk in rooms like you belong because I called you, not man. Forgive yourself because I already settled the debt. Stop hiding. Your scars are not your shame. They are your story of survival. Declare healing even in the middle of pain, because your words shape your future, not your wounds. Let go of control. I hold the pen and I'm still writing. Be still and know that I am God. Not your doubts, not your timeline, not your past, but me. I am the light that breaks through darkness, the hope that outlasts sorrow, the power that never runs dry. And I declare this over you. Your better days are not behind, but ahead. Your calling is not delayed, but being deployed. Your identity is not shattered. It's being sanctified. Your name is not forgotten. It's written in my palm. Your victory is not in question. It's in motion. Speak my name, and hell trembles. Walk in truth and chains fall. Stay close and watch miracles unfold. Rebuke fear. Resist distraction. Return to purpose. Reclaim your promise. Restore your faith. Rise again. Shine again. Shout again. Trust again. Because I, the Lord your God, am not finished with you yet. And what's coming will make sense of every tear, every night, every delay, every loss, every heartbreak. I command you, live again, dream again, dance again, because I am breathing on you now, and nothing hell tried will stand. For when I say yes, no man can say no. When I open a door, no one can close it. And when I raise you, nothing can pull you back down. So lift your eyes, align your spirit, open your hands, and receive the divine explosion of breakthrough that is not just coming, it has already begun. Listen carefully. Stop doubting your worth, because I declared you priceless before creation began. Refuse to be paralyzed by fear, because I gave you courage to conquer giants. Step forward with boldness, because I placed authority in your hands. Surrender your failures, because I have redeemed every mistake with my mercy. Embrace your scars, because they are badges of honor in the battle I fought for you. Open your heart wide, because I am pouring out blessings beyond your understanding. Speak life over your dreams, because I planted them deep within you, and they will not wither. Stand firm when storms rage, because I am your fortress and your shield. Trust my timing even when it feels delayed, because I am orchestrating divine appointments. Release the chains of the past, because I broke them on the cross and set you free. Choose joy in the waiting, because your season of breakthrough is near. Resist the temptation to give up, because I am the God who specializes in resurrection. Walk humbly before me, because I exalt the humble and fill the hungry. Guard your heart against despair, because I am your everlasting hope. Renew your mind with my promises, because they are life and health to your soul. Fight for peace within, because I am your peace that surpasses understanding. Keep your eyes on me, because I am your way, your truth, and your life. Reject the lies that tell you you're not enough, because I made you perfect in my image. Embrace the journey, even when the road is rough, because I am shaping you into a vessel of honor. Persevere through trials, because they produce endurance and character. Proclaim freedom over your life, because I have broken every chain. Raise your hands in surrender, because I am about to pour out power like never before. Declare victory even when the battle is fierce, because I have already won the war. Walk in love, because I loved you first, and my love casts out all fear. Be bold in faith, because I am the God of the impossible, and nothing is too hard for me. Lean on me when you are weak, because my grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Seek me daily, because I reveal mysteries to those who diligently seek. Speak boldly about my goodness, because your testimony will ignite faith in others. Rest in me, because I am your refuge and strength. Serve others with joy, because I reward the cheerful giver. Forgive as I forgave you, because mercy triumphs over judgment. Bless those who curse you, because I bless those who bless my children. Stay humble, because pride goes before destruction, but humility leads to honor. Fix your eyes on eternity, because your present struggles are temporary, but your reward is eternal. Dance in the rain, because I rejoice over you with singing. Be a light in the darkness, because I have called you out of darkness into my marvelous light. Trust my plan, because I am a good Father who delights in giving good gifts. Speak truth boldly, because I am the truth, and I will never leave nor forsake you. Embrace every moment, because I am with you always to the very end of the age. Now rise up and take hold of the destiny I have prepared. Walk boldly in your purpose and watch me do the impossible through you. Because you are my masterpiece. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you and uphold you with my righteous right hand. Go forth in power and authority, because I have anointed you to proclaim good news, heal the brokenhearted, bind up the wounded, proclaim liberty to the captives and freedom to the prisoners. The harvest is plentiful and the laborers are few. So lift your voice and shout his praises. Serve with gladness and love unconditionally, because I am God and my kingdom has no end. Rise up now and shake off every chain that binds you, because I have declared your freedom before the foundation of the world. Do not fear the giants that stand before you, because I have already crushed them in your name. Walk boldly into the unknown, because I go before you to prepare every step. Declare my promises over your life, because my word does not return void. Stand firm in the face of opposition, because greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Let go of every burden that weighs down your soul, because I came to give you rest. Be strong and courageous, because I am your refuge and fortress. Speak truth even when it's hard, because I am the truth, and I will back you up. Embrace the trials, because they produce perseverance and perfect your faith. Lean not on your own understanding, but trust in me with all your heart. Fix your eyes on me and not on your circumstances, because I am your peace in the storm. Forgive those who have hurt you, because I have forgiven you. Walk in humility, because pride leads to destruction, but humility brings honor. Speak life to your situation, because death and life are in the power of your tongue. Be patient in waiting, because I am working all things for your good. Rest in my presence, because I am the wellspring of your strength. Praise me in the middle of the battle, because joy is your weapon against the enemy. Worship me with all your heart, because I inhabit the praises of my people. Guard your heart from bitterness, because I am the God of restoration and mercy. Be bold in your faith, because I am the God of miracles, and nothing is impossible with me. Love unconditionally, because I have loved you first, and my love casts out all fear. Seek me daily, because those who seek me find life and favor. Be a light in the darkness, because I called you out of darkness into my marvelous light. Resist the devil, because he will flee when you stand firm in faith. Proclaim liberty to the captives, because I have set you free. Walk in the power of the Holy Spirit, because I have equipped you to do greater things. Testify of my goodness, because your story will ignite faith in others. Give generously, because I love a cheerful giver. Serve others with humility, because the greatest among you will be your servant. Speak boldly about my kingdom, because I have called you to be my ambassador. Persevere through hardships, because I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Take hold of the destiny I have prepared for you, because you are my masterpiece. Be fearless, because I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Now go forth and fulfill your calling. because I will be with you every step of the way. For I am your God and your strength, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. Stand tall now, because I have crowned you with victory, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Walk fearless into the future, because I have gone before you and prepared every good thing. Lift your eyes to the heavens, because your help comes from me. The maker of heaven and earth, rejoice in my promises, because they are sure and steadfast. Declare freedom over your life, because I have broken every chain, and you are no longer a prisoner to fear or failure. Speak boldly of my faithfulness, because I am faithful even when you are not. Embrace the new season, because I am making all things new, and your best days are ahead. Rest in the assurance that I will never leave nor forsake you. Forgive fully, because mercy triumphs over judgment, and I have lavished my mercy on you. Love deeply, because I have loved you with an everlasting love that nothing can separate. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of my might, because the battle belongs to me, and I have given you authority over all the power of the enemy. Shine bright in the darkness, because you are the light of the world, and I am shining through you. Stand firm on my word, because it is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Praise me always, because worship invites my presence, and I dwell where my people rejoice. Be patient and wait for me, because timing is my divine appointment, and I am never late. Resist temptation, because greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Trust in my plan, because I work all things together for your good and my glory. Step out in faith, because I have called you to be a bold witness and a fearless warrior. Seek me earnestly, because those who seek find, and those who knock shall have doors opened. Serve others humbly, because in serving the least you serve me. Proclaim my kingdom boldly, because you are my ambassador, and I have equipped you with all you need. Persevere through trials, because testing produces endurance and perfects your faith. Rejoice in hope, because I am the God of hope, and I fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in me. Be strong and courageous, because I am with you wherever you go, and my spirit empowers you. Embrace your identity as my beloved child, because nothing can separate you from my love. Walk in love, because perfect love casts out all fear, and I have perfected you in love. Bless those who curse you, because I bless those who bless my children. Lay down every burden at my feet, because I came to carry your sorrows and give you rest. Speak life over your circumstances, because death and life are in the power of your tongue. Hold fast to hope, because I am faithful, and I will complete the good work I began in you. Now go forth in the power and authority I have given you. Live boldly and love fiercely. Shine brightly and serve humbly. Stand firm and run your race with endurance, because I, your God, have equipped you, empowered you, and anointed you. For this moment, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. So fear not, be not dismayed, for I am your God, and I am making all things new. Your victory is assured, your future is bright, and your story will declare my glory forevermore.